Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early October 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you beautiful people. Let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in energy and see what's going on for the lovely Leos. My guides and spirit team, talk to me about my friends. Let's see what we got going on. And yes, my friends, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself, and at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Leo in early October. We're in Libra season, so let's see what's going on for my friends. Yeah, the deck wants to speak to you. The cards are already starting to fly. I only take one at a time, though. Let's get it going here. What's up with Leo, please? Thank you. Yeah, quick. Ooh, this is a very internal type of energy. Could be a little mysterious as well with that little blindfold. So we have a lot going on. There's a lot of subtle energies here, a lot of unseen energies as well. But this card could mean so many different things. It's very in-depth. Before we really dive into it, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card. Very interesting in its imagery. We see this individual. They are blindfolded, and it seems like they're going through all these different emblems of spirituality. You see all the major religious icons that we have here. So for some of you, this could just be pinpointing a huge interest in spirituality, or I don't want to say benefits that can be gained from really diving into that, but there are different types of benefits you can gain from throwing yourself into spiritual practices, which is a good thing. There's a huge connection there. However, I'm getting this little mysterious feeling right off the jump, and that's something I've been seeing for a couple weeks for Leos. It's been speckled in and out of the readings. So there's like a lot of unknowns. There's like things that aren't quite seen and stuff like that. So I really want to see what shows up in the reading itself. But just to reiterate, when we have this spiritual type of energy leading us off, you could be very in tune or sensitive to subtle energies, unseen energies in this time. So just know if you're feeling burdened, if you're feeling overwhelmed, maybe cleanse yourself, protect yourself, ground yourself in whatever way, because you could be extremely empathetic when this energy shows up, picking up the vibes of all the things around you. So we're just going to put that down right there. Let's get you into tarot now. I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote for us. So let's get you 3 of these in the upright. Then we'll get into the intuitive juiciness. So let's shuffle it up here one time for the Leos, my guides. And while we do, let's talk about last week's reading. It was a positive one. It was really nice, and I hope it came true for a lot of you. It was titled Exciting News Incoming. And that was the main vibe of the reading last week. And that could still bleed over into this week, that a lot of you could be receiving some really good or exciting news, or at the very least, somebody was wanting to grab your ear or talk to you. There was an underlying communication last week. So once again, that could still bleed over into this week, but let's see what we have for you this week. And yes, as you know, energies are very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. Let's get you 3. What do we got for Leo? Thank you. Balance, harmony. This is good, more universal, subtle energy we're picking up here right in the front. I like the 2 of Pentacles. It's balanced. I mean, it's as balanced as cards get within tarot. Let's get you 2 more. So we're starting from a good place. We're starting from a place of harmony. Here's the unknown that I was speaking about. More of this subtle energy. We got the moon in position number 2 for you, Leo. Wow. And so we're like getting all the energy that was encapsulated in that first card. We're going to be diving deep here, my friends. Let's get you 1 more. Thank you. All right. You're going to have a bonus this week. So we do have the very giving, loving 6 of Pentacles. Lots of money here, lots of earthly energy as well. So it's a mixture. There's like subtle energies and earthly. We got the 4 of Swords, this rest, recuperation on the back. So we got a lot to really comb through here. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes before we get into the juicy stuff. So at first look, first glance, I look down here at this box. Obviously, I noticed the double pentacles here. That could be a huge focus on work, the material, your money. You could be all about the money right now. And these are very positive pentacle cards. They're not like grounded, not moving. This is generally positive, what I'm seeing so far. But there is this unknown water type of energy as well in the center. I always say when you mix water and earth, it's generally very bountiful. It's very blessings filled. So I'm liking where this is going, but even on the back end, we have this card of rest. So there might be something you need to take a break from or stop if you're not already doing that. But let's go through one by one and really start piecing this together, because we're looking harmonious so far, and I really want to like bite my tongue until we get to the clarifiers. But position number one, we have the Two of Pentacles. Like I've been saying, you see this person, it looks like they're juggling. So maybe some of you, you're very busy right now. You're juggling a lot of things, a lot of responsibilities. You could be juggling bills or juggling thoughts even when the Two of Pentacles shows up. It's like a balancing act. But I generally say this is a big card of harmony, a big card of balance, things going accordingly. All twos in tarot represent decisions. They could represent choices. They could represent partnerships. So when I see this, it's a card of making the right choice or doing the right thing. And it could be very positive in regards to an influx of money when I see it. But I'm getting like there's a lot of energy moving here. Even though we have Earth, the fact that we have this juggling energy, then we have the Six of Pentacles, which is very giving. There's a lot of things moving. There's a lot of things that could be up in the air for the Leos in this time. Let's keep pressing forward though. In the second position, we have the biggest card of mystery there is in the whole entire deck. We got the Moon. Now, this is the card that does link to the Pisces collective. It could be linked to Pisces. I also like to give a little shout out to the Cancers or the Cancerians when this card shows up, because that is their ruling luminary. But all the things we think of are similar to that very first Oracle card. This is a card of dreams, psychic energies, intuitive energies, and it's super etheric and subtle. So this is a big card of intuition to me, similar to the High Priestess in that sense. So you might need to use your intuition or trust your gut, or you could just be extremely sensitive to energy in this time, more so than usual. The Moon is my biggest card of mystery, all right? And I know I already mentioned that. Yes, sometimes it could be secrecy. I always like to say it's more like the unexpected or surprising, things that pop up out of nowhere, which I wouldn't be too concerned about just yet, because we have cards that lean towards the positive, even though cards have, a positive and a challenge. On the back end, we got the Six of Pentacles, a giving energy. You might have had this last week, if I remember correctly. This is a charitable card. It's a balanced card. So you see on either end of this Moon, there's a very balanced, charitable type of energy. And I link this card to Libra, even though it's Earth, because of the scale. So yeah, there could be a little karmic undertones, or this could be representing Libra, but this is very giving. Something you're wanting to give a lot of energy to, or something you are giving a lot of your energy, a lot of your focus to, is showing up here heavily on the back end of this spread. Okay? I would say just be cautious. Don't be too generous in this time, or maybe there's been something in the recent past where you felt like you were too kind, too generous. This doesn't have to be a challenge. It doesn't have to be a bad card, but it is one of my cards of gift giving as well. I always mention that. So it could be a surprise, a gift of some kind, if we're looking at all the positive. On the back end, we have the Four of Swords, a card of rest. It is very still, and it is also one of my more spiritual cards. So you see all the links we're getting to this very first Oracle card, the unknown, the unseen energies, the subtle energies. This is a card of meditation. This is a card of yoga, getting in tune with one's inner voice. But there might be something you intuitively know that you might need a rest or a break from. If you have been juggling a lot of things, putting a lot of energy out there, focusing on things, Spirit could be asking you to take some time for yourself in one form or another, rest and recuperate. So we're just going to put that down right here. I want to dive deeper on all of it, Leo. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Leo friends, please. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Two of Pentacles. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you want to give any messages to the lovely Leos, drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Two of Pentacles time. Why is that Two of Pentacles here? Thank you. World in reverse. There could be somebody that is coming to peace with something or has. Okay, this is a card of endings. And I do feel like a few weeks ago, I did see cards of like endings and things closing out. This is somebody really trying to come to peace or come to grips with how something has happened or how something has elapsed. Like, okay, it is what it is. I need to accept it for what it is. Now, that could be someone else's energy, but more karmic. Just want to mention the fact that we have the Six of Pentacles. Now we have the World in reverse. There could also be something returning here. Okay, I don't know if this is an individual. I don't know if this is a person. Could even be a situation or something you've already dealt with. But when I get the World in reverse under a juggle movement type of card like the Two of Pentacles, there is the possibility for a return here, okay, of something or someone. So just keep that in mind. But the karmic archetypes are showing up once again. There is some sort of peace, which I love, okay, whether you're yearning for it or whether it's coming to you. A lot of you could be coming to peace with how something has happened or elapsed. Let's keep moving forward. I feel like that's very simple. Let's see what that moon's about. I really want to get to the moon and the Six of Pentacles. So why is the moon here for my Leos? Interesting reading. Your readings are always interesting. Let's see what the moon's doing here. Thank you. Okay. That is not what I wanted to see here. Okay, we could be talking about something that's already happened. We have the Ten of Swords underneath the moon card in the upright. Yeah, this is absolutely some sort of ending or something that comes in similar to a tower. So I have like this shocking type of energy with the Ten of Swords underneath the moon. This is an alignment that unfortunately it goes well together. Now, a lot of times when it comes to endings, we got two cards of endings here. We don't always see them coming, okay? We did have this energy of like trying to find peace or accepting things for what they are, but this feels like a shock, okay? Whether this is something that's happened already or something that's coming down the pipeline, the Ten of Swords is like really something that's tough and difficult to deal with. So we could be seeing it a couple of different ways. Either, yes, this is a shocking ending or a shocking situation, sure. We could be seeing people deal with a situation in completely different ways. This could be somebody dealing with something in a positive way, in a more balanced way, or at least it appears like that. This one, somebody might be taking something a lot harder than you think, okay? Because remember, the moon is like hidden, it's not seen, it's kept underground or it's kept within. This could be somebody dealing with a pain and you don't know how rough somebody's taking something. But once again, the double endings on the bottom, I just have to give it to you straight. And this did feel shock, like tower-like. So just beware. Keep your head on a swivel in this time for sure. I want to see what's up with the Six of Pentacles because remember, this isn't the end of the story. There's still more to go. But the energy is in the mix. So let's see why that Six of Pentacles is here. Then we'll do a recap before we get into the shadow card. So why is the Six of Pentacles in the mix for Leo? Could be a cycle that's coming to a close, yeah, for sure. But yeah, the return as well. This is odd. This is an odd energy, my friends. I would keep your head on a swivel for sure. Okay, we have the Strength card in reverse underneath this Six of Pentacles. That is your card, my friends. I'm sure a lot of you already know that. The Strength card is the card of Leo. So maybe some of you are dealing with another Leo here on the back end. And when I see Strength in reverse, to me, it's somebody that is having a lot of difficulty working through something or letting something go. Another thing I'm picking up here with the Six of Pentacles, like giving to something, giving to something, giving to something. There might be a way of acting or thinking where like you kind of can't help it. Like it's like hardwired within you to react a certain way. That's just what I'm picking up here intuitively. Only take it if it hits. But something may happen and it could get a reaction out of you that's just hardwired in. It's like, okay, well, usually, you know what? In recent times, I've been very peaceful. I've been very patient and loving and caring. When Strength goes in reverse, especially under an action card like this, it's like no more Mr. Nice Gal, no more Mr. Nice Guy type of energy. Okay, so for a lot of you, it feels kind of jaded on the back end, okay? I don't want to get too dark here on the back end here, Leo, but a lot of you could really be turning towards a more self-sufficient, independent type of mindset after something elapses or goes down. Let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow card because I don't want to walk down too many paths here. I think you pick up what I'm putting down. But position number one, we have like conflicting energies all over the place because there's much more peaceful energy here than we have moving forward. But in position number one, we have the Two of Pentacles with the World in reverse. initially felt like somebody coming to grips or to peace with something, accepting it for what it is. Like, okay, it is what it is. I accept it for what it is. But as we move to the center, and I did say watch out for karmic things, and it's all over the place, the energy of karma and stuff like that. But we have the moon with the 10 of swords in the upright. An unexpected or surprising ending that feels very tower-like. It feels shocking in one way or another. And it's showing up right here in the center. Okay, so this could be people dealing with it in two different ways. This could be something that really threw you off guard. But another thing I was picking up is somebody might be much more affected than they're letting on or showing. Somebody could really be going through something difficult, and they're purposely not trying to show it or put it out there. On the back end, we have the 6 of Pentacles with the Strength card in reverse, one of your cards, unfortunately showing up here on the back. When I see this, it's like something happening and a hardwired behavior where you can't help it, or like, yeah, I can't help but act this way. Like when this goes down, when this stuff happens, like instinctually, that's how I'm going to react. And I feel like for a lot of Leos, you might be really going into a point in time where you're much more self-sufficient or independent mind state. Like that's something I'm picking up here on the back end. So do with that what you will. Take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. I'm going to get you a shadow card now. Shuffle it up here one time for the Leos. Okay, let's see what's going on for the Leos. And remember, this could be someone else's energy. It doesn't have to be yours. Let's see what we got for Leo, please. And yeah, I like pulling this card at the very end. I feel like it's introspective. It's a nice thing to do, whether it's something within yourself or something you don't quite see. Maybe we'll get more detail about what's happening here. But yes. And my friends, if you've made it this far in the video, please consider checking out channel memberships. I'll have a link down there in the comments. I'll be doing a spread for all members for this first month. So within the first 4 weeks, every member gets a spread. So obviously no pressure. Let's get this shadow card out here for you. What do we got for Leo? Thank you. Okay, Justice, karmic energy once again. We have this Libra energy showing up now. So maybe some of you do have a connection with the Libra here. And this is the scales of justice, the scales of karma, just like we saw in that 6 of Pentacles on the back end. So yeah, maybe there is some sort of karmic lesson that needs to be learned. I always like to say when this card shows up as a shadow card, please watch out for any contractual things, watch out for legal things and legal situations with justice in the shadows, because there might be implications in regards to legal things and contracts. But to me, this is weighty justice tilting the scales for a reason or another. So this could turn out in your benefit. I'm not saying this is a bad card. If you're not connected to the Libra, there is a karmic situation or karmic scale being tilted in one way or another. Hopefully it's going in your benefit, but it's universal in nature. Okay, it's something that has to happen. It's something that it's kind of written. So we're just going to leave that as it is. We're not going to dive deeper on it, Leo. That's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the September subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after this week's fire and air readings. But for October, I'll be going back to one of the classics. I'll be giving away 2 copies of the Everyday Witches Tarot. It's one of the most beautiful decks out there. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments if there's a zodiac sign that you clash with. If so, which signs do you kind of bump heads with? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of October, your name will be announced in the community tab, my friends. As always, much love, and I'll see you next time.